back to Jim's Garage Toys. Today I am going to start on the front brake upgrade that I'm doing. I'm going to be installing these Seika big brake kit. I ordered some large 4-piston calipers with 330 by 32 millimeter rotors, and I'm going to be upgrading the front brakes to these. I just recently finished my rear drum to disc conversion, so I will get started and we will put these beautiful calipers on. And this is the beefy rotor that we got to throw on there too on the front. So these are enormous compared to the stock. Got this off so you can see the difference. Pretty amazing. So anyway, we will go ahead and I'll get started on this, and I welcome you along for the journey as we continue to make this car stop as good as it goes. Let's get started. So this is the standard brakes that I have on there. So I had upgraded them once. I've got the EBC slotted rotors on there with their red stuff pads, but I just wanted a lot more bite when I'm in driving the canyons and mountains hard. So for those of you that have never done this before, this is like the rears that I'll show in that video, but you have to take off this bolt, 14 millimeter bolt here. It's a 17 millimeter here. A lot of times you have to put a 17 millimeter wrench on that so it doesn't spin the slide bolt, and take those off. There's one there, and there's one right there. So there's two of them that hold that on. So once you take those off, you can pull the caliper off. And then there's two bolts that hold the caliper bracket. That comes off, the rotor comes off, and we reverse the process with the new parts. We will install a new brake line also. I did upgrade to stainless steel brake lines, but these are designed to work with the OEM calipers. So I will go ahead and do that. We'll get that taken off and we'll go from there. So all right, need to clean up a little bit of rust there. I'll get my wire brush out and hit that really good, and we'll grab the new parts. I'm not gonna go into great detail showing how to take this off. I kind of explained it, and I've covered that in previous videos that I've redone the brakes, but as a quick review, so I wish I had shown beforehand, but this bracket clips onto here, and there's a 14 millimeter bolt that takes that off. Be careful when you're dealing with that though. That's your speed sensor wire, and your brake line sits in that groove right there. So I don't need to take it dismantle it from the caliper itself, because I'm taking off the caliper and this brake line since the Seika kit came with new brake lines. But I need to undo this connection, so I've slipped off this little piece right here. This normally goes on there to keep that from moving at all, although it's a pretty good place. So you need to put a 17mm wrench right here, and then use your flare nut wrench to loosen the brake line. And I'm gonna try to cap it so that I can do all this and then put on the new brake line. We'll go from there. The bolts that hold on the caliper bracket for this are actually 10mm Allen bolts. So if you have an Allen socket set, then that makes it really easy compared to using an Allen wrench to get this turned and put on. So time to bolt this on. So they supply the bolts. These are these 10mm Allens that I showed you. Where's it? There it is. Okay. Get these snugged up. This can be oriented several different ways, so I'm going through a process of figuring which way it went. So before I completely snug that down, test fit the rotor, make sure that theoretically, this could go on the back side. Those are just pass-throughs, so I put it on the front like it normally goes, but I think it might actually go on the back, but let's see. See if these holes line up. Well, maybe it does go this way. Oh, yeah, it does. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. That is the way it goes. So theoretically, you could put it from this side through if this had to be farther that direction. So, but, okay. Let's crank this down. together and see if it works. Okay. So, got this on, checking, make sure it's not hitting the backing plate, which it's not. Everything seems clear, so that's good. So, now let's see if this is lined up. Actually, that will go down far enough. There we go. Put that on there. Not. Yeah, when I push on it, it seems to clear. So, I think I might be okay from that standpoint. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty sweet. So here's a little review of my front big brake conversion from Seika. So I did 330 by 32 millimeter front rotors. You can customize what color you want the top hat for it, and also for the color for the calipers themselves. They come with stainless steel brake lines, as you can see there, so I went ahead and installed those. Still had to bleed the brakes, but other than that, this again was a very simple process. And got my centering ring for the wheel popped on, so it's ready to bleed and then to slip back on, but they look magnificent.